Day 2. Back on the road again. Got the Lewiston picked up yesterday, but I don't have a tractor to pull it. Hopefully that's going to change here in just a couple of minutes. I am headed down south. I found an older tractor, but it is a row crop tractor. It's the right spacing, 60-inch centers. It's the right tractor for what I need, and it's also priced right. What it is, it's a Case IH 7110. A little bit older of a tractor than I would want, yet it's kind of also, well, let's put it this way, it's like buying a second gen. Maybe you don't necessarily, you're looking for an 01, 02 is what you want, but you stumble across the right 95. They made these Magnums, the 7000 series, they made them for a number of years, and they went through a couple of different changes, 7100 series, then the 7200 series, and they actually changed the numbers to an 8900 series. But, so this is an early one. Later ones, maybe a little bit nicer, slightly some updates. I kind of like that kind of stuff. I try to generally buy things at the end of their production run, because that is the version that is the best, most fine-tuned version, generally in that generation of whatever you're buying, generally. So this would be an early version of that production generation run. But enough rambling on. It's got an 8.3 C series Cummins in it, full mechanical. That's tough to pass up. 18-speed power shift. The transmissions in those Magnums were extremely tough and held they're bulletproof. They're fantastic tractors. They're some of the best tractors that Case IH has ever. In fact, it's probably the best tractor that Case IH has ever built. I'm a Steiger guy, but Steiger designed those tractors originally in the early days. Case just painted them red. So we're gonna run down here, check this thing out. She's not the prettiest, okay? She needs some paint. She needs a little bit of loving. It's got about 9,100 hours on it, which sounds like a lot, but for a row crop tractor that's been not used and abused, it's actually not too bad. For what I'm being told, this tractor was a spraying, cultivating, planting tractor. Those are not usually getting ran real hard at full tilt. The other thing is, it's a 7110. It only has 140 flywheel horsepower. 140 flywheel horsepower for a C series Cummins. That's like the throttle cracked halfway open is the truth, right? What the C series is capable of. Same thing, be the same 18-speed power shift transmission that would be found in a 7140 or 7150 that's 200 horse. So do have that advantage of that model being low horsepower, yet still in the same chassis essentially as the higher horsepower versions. So I think this could work out just fine for what I'm trying to do. So shooting down here, go look at this thing, hopefully strike a deal. $71.10. Yeah. C-Series Cummins. Inline Bosch pump. Not a bad tractor for the money. Fresh rubber.
comes with the bird nest. Okay. These guys here, they take their red tractors seriously. I'm in good company. A big ol' 600 over there, that thing's pretty sweet. All right, let's rock and roll. Okay, maybe we're a little over width. 130 inches, we're good shape though. Let's rock and roll. Hour and a half or so to get back to the homestead. GPS just decided to take me through town. Let's go around that tree right there. Okay, so we're in town now. All right. Well, it could be worse. So the specs on this tractor, I looked it up last night, and it's supposed to weigh somewhere between 15 and 16.5. This one's definitely not 15 because it has a front wheel mechanical assist, 4-wheel drive. The 2-wheel drives are the light ones, full cab, everything. So this is closer to 16.5, and it also said it could be ballasted all the way up to 19,000 pounds. I'm not too sure what it weighs. Doesn't appear there's any water in the tires, so that's good. But I do have the weights and the weight carrier and the spacers and the tank that came with it. We're probably 17 something, but we're rolling. Load the wagon, don't worry about the mule, or something like that. It's more the wagon I'm concerned about than the mule. This trailer gets a workout, but hasn't broken in half yet. How about that? So, headed northbound, headed northeast bound and down. Just gotta keep from whacking any bicyclers and see if I can make it home. I gotta really pay attention. There's no listening to the radio, no thinking about what I'm gonna do with my truck or the wife or any of that stuff. I gotta focus because bicyclers, trash cans, mailboxes, people pulling out too close to the white line, getting ready to turn out in front of you. Those are all the obstacles you gotta watch for when you are, well, just driving, period. But especially when you're way over width. I am 130 inches exactly, just shy of 11 foot wide. Done there. I was just here yesterday, picking up the Lilliston. It's a quiet little town, I guess.
So this tractor here, this is, I got it home, had a chance to kind of work on it a little bit, go through. You know, they took good care of this tractor. Could really kind of tell it's got a new air filter. It was just serviced. Now it's been sitting for a couple of years. It was serviced, ready to go for the season, and then they wound up and didn't use it. So I'm going through right now, changing filters. I'm gonna rock the oil. The oil is still fairly clear. Look at that. And this tractor's got 9,000 hours on it. So if it wasn't taken care of as far as servicing and everything, you know, as we all know that oil would turn black right away, even after an oil change. So I like that. That's why I'm going to run that oil. You know, here in California, we're out in the Central Valley. We don't get that real cold weather. Winters are mild, summers are dry. So I think oil lasts longer in the pan than maybe in some other more humid places of the country. Anyway, yeah, I mean, check this thing out. C-Series Cummins. I've always wanted a C-Series Cummins. Got plenty of, you know, got two 12 valves, VP trucks, common rails down 6.7, got all of them. Got an N14, got a big cam Cummins. I've got both an electronic and a mechanical N14. And finally, got a C7, or excuse me, a C-Series, not a C7. In fact, in a Freightliner, I've also had an M11. So I've had a lot of Cummins engines, been around a lot of Cummins engines, but never had an 8.3. Sounds good. I tell you that's for sure. I like the way this tractor sounds. We've got a Sandon pump, same pump as on my 9380s, a 4478. Unfortunately, I'm real familiar with that because I had to work on the AC in my scraper tractor this year. But this was originally an R12 tractor. Now I have put about 3 1/4 pounds in this front. It was completely empty. Put about 3 1/4 pounds in this system. AC's working so-so. Found on the internet, supposedly it's about 3.75 to 3.87 is what it holds on the R134A. So I think I might try to put just a little bit more in and see what happens. But you know, this is a pretty solid tractor. Not pretty, a pretty solid tractor. But you know, these boxcar Magnums, like I said, these are, even I've had 2 John Deere guys that start out when I ask them, hey, what do you think about, you know, 7110, a 7130, in conversation, and the Deere guys start out with, well, I'm a Deere guy, but the boxcar Magnum is one hell of a tractor. Now, the mechanic that I use, if you, my oh boy, I had to call a low boy video. You know, we were hauling some of the big tractors down to mechanic shop, stuff that was a little bit out of my league. That guy down there, he knows his stuff, and like he does the first thing, he said, well, I'm a John Deere guy, but he says that 18-speed power shift is and a bulletproof transmission. It's better than what's in the Deeres. He says you should be able to get 15, maybe even 20,000 hours out of that transmission if it's been taken care of and you continue to take care of it. So all she really needs is she needs a paint job. Maybe a little bit of fiberglass work at the top. I don't know. I'm not a fiberglass guy or done anything. That'd be something new to learn, but I think it needs like the gel coat or whatever redone. I think, is that what that's called? But now yesterday it was hot. My son and I were in a hurry. We didn't get any footage of it, but we got these big old spacers put in right here. And boy, check out that stance, huh? But like, what in the heck? That's the first thing I said. Why do you need those big old honking spacers? Well, this is a row crop tractor, so it lines it up with the outer dual. And because the crop, you know, the crop's going to go right through here and right in between the rear duals. And they had to put these spacers on because there was contact between the tire and the tank while steering. But because normally if you just have your weights on up here, you could have that tire set all the way in to match the inside dual right there. So this tank
I was pretty excited actually to get this because I've got another tractor with the exact same setup on it. This has got a hydraulically driven pump on it over here, an Ace pump, and that goes around the back, plugs in one of the remotes. Now, got one Baldy over there, but these front tires, man, are like almost new. Same thing, we've got this tire's all right. That'll last a while. And then the two inside duals are same thing. It's like all four of these, the two steers and the two inners, they all went on at the same time, and I bet those don't have 500 hours on them. So I got to get this tractor ready and get the Lilliston put on this. I got to finish a couple of things. The air seat inside the cab does not appear to be working, so I need to chase power, find out what's up with that. But otherwise, I'm pretty excited. It's a pretty sweet little rig here for a row crop tractor, and me being a Case guy, I am a Case guy at heart. And so having a C-Series Cummins and having one of these classic Case, you know, Case International, you guys that are farmers and stuff already know this, but Case, you know, JI Case goes way back, and they had a so-so. They go way back like John Deere, way back at the, you know, the early part of the century of the 1900s. But they definitely were in the footsteps of John Deere. John Deere was kind of the leader in farm equipment for many, many decades. And Case had some good designs here and there, but International, you know, International is kind of an interesting company. A lot of innovative stuff. The Axile Flow Combine would be one. That's probably their flagship thing that they can say that they came up with. But then when Case and International ate each other and became one company, a lot of people say that there's a lot of international influence into this tractor. But regardless of that, if it's more Case or more International, what is most important is this tractor was kind of state-of-the-art, new ideas, fresh ideas on how to build an MFD tractor, mechanical front wheel assist. And this kicked the butt of its competition, you know, Deere included. Much nicer cab, much roomier cab, better visibility, bulletproof drivetrain, great hydraulics. This is a good tractor. That's all there is to it. I keep saying that, but it deserves it because they are. So I'm gonna get with the program and see about this air conditioner first. Look at the stance on that front axle. These things stick way out. I mean, it's kind of weird. And you're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. That has got to be brutal on the kingpins. I don't know. I got to talk to the mechanic down there, mechanic that worked for the outfit that owned this tractor, and he said those spacers have been on there. This tank has been there for most of the life of the tractor. They bought this tractor basically new. I'm actually kind of pretty much only the second owner. It was a rental for a while. NNS likes to do that. NNS tractor, they'll do rentals for a while with brand new ones and then sell them off at a discounted price to make them slightly more affordable. So anyway, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, if I don't wind up and use this tank setup, then I think I will take this off and go ahead and move this in and put that tire all the way in here at the narrowest setting. Yeah, it's a little trippy. Now, the seat turned out to be super easy. All it was is a wire that came off of the switch. The prong popped off, and then I accidentally bumped it to the frame and blew the fuse. So I got the wire put back. Let's see about popping in a new 20 amp fuse. And going up. All right. I love easy fixes. Way better than hard fixes. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We got this hydraulic pump all. Boom. Okay, that's pumping water. Man, we're getting close. AC's not doing too bad. That's workable. Got the AC on. I got my seat all aired up. I'm not dragging like a lowrider. Now, let's see here. Oh, we got something going on. Not a bad tractor. Well, got the old gal going here. I tell you, for a 30-plus-year-old tractor, see, we're spraying right now, putting down a pre-emergent is what I'm doing. First step, then I gotta go get the Lilliston, hooked up to this tractor, and start Lilliston this ground. So, you know, for a 30-year-old tractor, this thing is not bad at all. It is pretty quiet in here and pretty comfortable. The ergonomics are pretty good. I'm holding my hydraulic remote from my spray pump. Then I get to the end, then I just let go. But yeah, not a bad tractor for the price that we paid. Man, these this Magnum, this is a pretty good tractor. I like it. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Maybe even comment. Tell me what you think. See you on the next one.